A teacher in the United States decided to stay late at his school one night to decorate his classroom for his returning students. It was just him and the janitor. The building was completely empty. He took out his phone and started recording himself setting up the room. Everything seemed normal at first. But then he noticed something strange in the reflection of the smartboard. Let's watch the footage.
All right, I'm just finishing up putting up decorations for the students when they get back. I was on the smartboard setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and the janitor, and let me show you. Do you see? I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
Look closely at the reflection of the smart board. The physical desks in the room are completely empty. But in that dark reflective surface, a small figure can clearly be seen, sitting perfectly still at one of the desks. It has a distinct head and shoulders, a humanoid shape. When the teacher realized what he was looking at, he immediately turned around. There was nothing there. The next morning, he returned and filmed the exact same spot in daylight. The desk was empty. But the story doesn't end there. A few days later, a woman named Julia Martinez posted a video she had recorded from her car outside the same school. In the footage, an ambulance is parked nearby. A young girl had suffered a sudden medical emergency inside the building. Let's watch the footage.
What is happening? I wanted to respect their privacy, but they just put a girl in the back of the ambulance. And the dad was running, and the poor mom was crying her head off. Stretch.
Julia says she watched the paramedics load the girl in with her own eyes, but the camera tells a completely different story. And here's where it gets truly disturbing. The teacher filmed his classroom that same night. The same night Julia recorded this video outside. Many believe what appeared in that smart board reflection was not a ghost from the past. They believe it was her spirit, already back in the classroom, sitting at her favorite desk one last time, at the exact moment her body was being carried out. So what do you think? This is easily one of the most chilling and terrifying recordings we have ever analyzed. For years, a woman named Morgan Morrison has been plagued by a series of unexplainable events inside her own bakery. Incidents that, to this day, no one has been able to explain. The owner of a bakery in Virginia, the threat is something far more unnatural. For years, she has documented a series of events inside her shop. The bakery is filled with strange energy, and Morgan often finds items moved or rearranged when the shop is completely empty. But it wasn't until she checked her security cameras after a particularly quiet night that she realized she wasn't just dealing with a typical haunting. What the camera captured near one of the wall decorations is truly terrifying. Let's watch the footage. That object did not fall from the ceiling. It was not thrown from off camera. It appears to morph directly out of the flat surface of the painting, taking physical form in midair before dropping to the floor. Not only that, right around the same time, items on the nearby shelves begin falling on their own. They simply fall one after the other. Some believe the paintings inside Morgan's bakery are acting as portals, allowing objects to cross into our world from somewhere else entirely. But Morgan insists every second of that footage is real. And given everything she has documented over the years inside that shop, it is very hard to dismiss her. So what do you think is happening here? This chilling footage was recorded by a woman named Chica, who had recently moved into her grandfather's estate. Her grandfather had spent his whole life collecting old things, but some of the dolls in the house were so old, they were older than the woman herself. The moment Chica arrived, she felt something was wrong. The house felt strange and heavy, and it seemed like the dolls were watching her wherever she went. One thing that bothered her the most was a life-size mannequin her grandfather had bought at a garage sale many years ago. She felt like its eyes followed her whenever she moved. To see if she was imagining it, she set up her camera and started recording. Let's watch the footage.
This thing just moved. The door just moved. Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch. Are you real? You can do it again.
woman is filming through a mirror. She whispers, "Are you real? You can do it again." Suddenly, the mannequin's hand jerks. The woman screams and runs. Chica believed the entity would only move if she wasn't looking at it directly, so she watched it through the reflection of a mirror. The mannequin's hand clearly jerks upward, as if reacting to her voice.
Are you real? You can do it again. Watch.
Some viewers believe the dolls are vessels for spirits her grandfather accidentally brought home. Was this a genuine interaction with a haunted antique, or is there a logical explanation for the mannequin's sudden movement? So, what do you think is going on here? A woman known as a lifestyle vlogger usually posted videos about trips and happy moments. But while driving home late at night on a lonely road in Alberta, Canada, she saw something in the field beside her car that was truly terrifying. She posted the video online, and it quickly got over 21 million views, not because of her usual content, but because of the strange thing she caught on camera. Let's watch the footage.
When we work night security 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and we see something coming at us at midnight.
How is it? Raylan!
When we work night security 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and we see something coming at us at midnight.
Raylan!
The figure seemed to be walking around as if it was searching for something, but the way it moved felt strange and unnatural. Even more disturbing was its face. The entity had the shape of a human body, but its face did not look human at all. When the video is brighter, you can see that it has the shape of a human body, but its face is hard to make out. That is what makes it even more disturbing. Most people would have left and never come back. But a few nights later, the woman returned to the same road to see if the figure was still there. In the second video, the figure is no longer standing far away in the field. It is walking toward them. As the car quickly backs away, the thing keeps moving forward. It walks right into the headlights and follows them at the same speed. Let's watch the footage.
We went to a back road by the same gate, seen something, and tried to back into a field we seen behind us. And yes, we are chicken shits.
Some people think the woman saw something called a glimmer man, but some viewers think it was only a person wearing a ghillie suit. Still, many people cannot explain its size or why it walked into the bright headlights without. So, what do you think was standing in the headlights? This may be one of the most terrifying and unexplained videos recorded this year. What starts as a simple home improvement project quickly descends into a chilling display of the supernatural. A woman known as Soph and her partner were recently moving into a new home. Like many couples, they decided to record a time-lapse of themselves arranging their bedroom, wanting to capture the excitement of a new beginning. But they didn't realize they were sharing the room with something else. Let's watch the footage. As you can see, the couple is working on the bed frame, several feet away from the heavy wardrobe. Without warning, The massive piece of furniture jerks forward, sliding across the floor as if pushed by an invisible hand. The reaction of the couple is what makes this footage so convincing. After reviewing the footage, Sophie later claimed that the wardrobe is incredibly heavy and usually requires two people to move it even an inch. Yet, here it moves with a violent, effortless force. So, what do you believe? Was this a simple trick of gravity, or did this time-lapse capture a spirit making itself known to the new residents? Let us know your theory in the comments below. A man recently captured what many people believe is the most aggressive display of poltergeist activity ever recorded on a phone. 2 days earlier, he had run away from his house after several terrifying things happened. But when he came back to get his stuff, he realized whatever was inside did not want him to leave. The moment he steps through the front door, the atmosphere in the house feels heavy. As he enters the kitchen, he discovers the sink running at full blast, despite the house being locked and empty for 48 hours. Let's watch the footage.
If you saw my last video, this thing chased me away last time. It's been 2 days and it's the water. It's gonna be great. Anything else in here? It's gonna be a great water bill. I did not leave that on. It's non-stop. What the hell? Would you please stop? I told you I'm leaving. I gotta go through and close everything again. Every time. If you want my attention that much, you have my attention. What do you want? This thing is doors. Would you please stop this? Okay, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna leave for another couple days. I gotta go back for my keys. Would you please stop this? Okay, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna leave for another couple days. I gotta go back for my keys.
This is terrifying. Every drawer opens with a violent force. Many believe this would be impossible to do with hidden strings because they all move at the same time from different directions. The man is clearly finished. He tells the presence he is leaving for another few days. But look closely at the hallway as he walks toward the exit. A dark, blurry shadow moves quickly from one room to another. The man doesn't see it, but the camera captures it perfectly. Even more disturbing is the audio. Just as the man says he is leaving, a soft, clear voice of a woman can be heard whispering,
I gotta go back for my keys.
There is no one else there. So who was the shadow in the hallway, and who was the woman checking on his well-being? Some think it's a protective spirit, while others believe the house is filled with multiple entities. What do you think? A woman known as Rosanna has been experiencing strange, unexplained things inside her home for the past few years. Most people choose to ignore the small, weird occurrences. But for Rosanna, ignoring the signs was no longer an option. Rosanna had been living in her apartment for quite some time. While she noticed minor signs, she never truly believed her home was haunted. That all changed one night when she found herself home alone, and the energy in the room turned aggressive. Let's watch the footage. As she warned in the subtitles, the worst part started. A toy lying on the carpet suddenly turned on by itself. Someone normally has to press it to make it work, but this time it began playing its happy song in the middle of a waking nightmare. But look closely at the window glass. As Rosanna focused on the toy, she captured something terrifying. A tall, dark humanoid shadow is seen standing directly behind her. It stays perfectly still, watching her through the reflection. When she turned around, the corner was empty, but as she looked back at the glass, the figure was still there. Rosanna didn't wait to see if it would touch her. Rosanna later claimed the apartment felt crowded, even when she was the only one there. Some believe she caught a real entity, while others think it's a masterfully staged hoax. So, what do you think? A man was going through his regular evening routine, nothing out of the ordinary. He runs a small social media account where he posts casual family moments and gaming clips with his friends. That night, he decided to check his indoor security camera footage. He wasn't looking for anything unusual. What he found was a completely ordinary moment. A woman walks into the kitchen, drops a grocery bag on the table, and leaves. But what happened next in that empty kitchen was truly terrifying. Let's watch the footage.
Sir? Okay, hold on. Let's get you. Whoa. Okay. All right, let's get you outside. Come on, Odie. Let's go outside, crazy boy. Let's go outside, crazy boy.
At first, this video looks completely normal. A grocery bag loses its balance and falls over. Gravity does that all the time. Because in the exact moment before that bag hits the table, something speaks, as if whatever was in that kitchen already knew it was about to fall. A quiet voice whispering a single word into that empty room. Hi. No one was in that kitchen. The woman had already walked out. No other adults were home. It wasn't a creak. It wasn't a digital glitch. Something in that kitchen waited for her to walk in, and the moment she did, it spoke. So what do you think is going on here?